Hi students, welcome to Political Science class. Today's class we may learn Political Science second chapter, Indian Foreign Policy. Your foreign policy is very important to interact with various countries of the world. Okay, so in this chapter we may learn nature of Indian foreign policy. What are the aims of foreign policy? Panchashila principles, anti-apartheid policy, anti-imperialism policy, and disarmament policy, etc. Okay. What is foreign policy? Foreign policy is a strategy of nation in dealing with other nations. Okay. What is foreign policy? Foreign policy is a strategy. Strategy means planning. Strategy of nation in dealing with other nations. So the study of how different countries interact with other nations and which type of relationship they maintain is very important. If you look at the newspaper and see the channels and the news they deliver, you come to know how foreign policy is very important. India has its own strategy with America, Russia, China and Britain. Government of India has its own departments to look after all the strategic moves with regard to our neighbors as well as various nations of the world. Can we possible to live alone in this society? No, impossible. Everyone giving the same answer. Why? Because we depends on others for most of our requirements. Okay, we want to share our mutual happiness and sorrow. We are all interdependent. In this way, countries also cannot live in isolation or separation. Okay, countries cannot live in isolation. Isolation means separation. Countries cannot live in separation. Okay, we are independent. We are free country, but also we cannot live of our own. We depends on other nations for most of our requirements. We develop and produce lot of items in our country, but also still we may not have some items in our country. We purchase them from other countries. Okay, India also produce lot of items more than its requirements and later it exported these items to other nations. Next, our students like to go to foreign universities for higher studies and foreign students come to study in Indian universities. All these are managed, executed and devised by Foreign Affairs Ministry. Okay, so we cannot live of our own. We cannot live in isolation or separation. In lot of areas, we can get to see various countries of the world cooperate each other and join together to run the program. For example, internet. Internet is not a sole invention of one country. All the foreign countries of the world joined together and they got success in this invention. Okay, so interdependence among the countries is very important in modern world. Clear this? Every country needs foreign policy to control its interaction with other nations. Out of 200 countries in the world, only few countries are strong and most of them are weak. Only 4 to 5 countries have good military strength. 10 countries have mighty military strength and rest of them have military only for namesake. That is only for internal control and just watching their borders. During the event of war, these nations easily captured by enemy nations. Out of 200 countries of the world, 193 countries became the member of United Nations Organization. According to United Nations Organization, one country cannot attack on another country. All countries of the nation watching towards each nations. If any country attacked on other country, then UNO put a sanction on those countries and it criticizing these attacks with strong words. In 1999, Pakistan attacked on India. So Kargil war took place between Pakistan and India. At the end of the war, Indian army was successful in defeating the army of Pakistan. Then all nations of the world criticized Pakistan as an aggressive nation because it attacked on peace-loving nation like India. Okay, so according to the rules of UNO, one country cannot attack on another country. Clear this? According to experts, every sovereign country has its own foreign policy. Okay, every sovereign country has its own foreign policy. So what is sovereign country? A sovereign country is that country which is not under any other country's control for internal or external issues. Okay, what is sovereign country? This is very important one mark question for exam. What is sovereign country? Sovereign country is that country which is not under any other country's control for internal or external issues. Okay, sovereign country means any country which is not under the control of any other country in the world. Okay, for internal issues and external issues. Okay, so India is a sovereign country. Why? Because it is not under the control of any other country in the world. Okay, so no country can order us. No country can dictate us. Okay, we have our own government policy to decide each and every international issue. Okay, our strategy developed by our government. Okay, so China cannot order us or USA cannot dictate us. It can give only suggestions to us. Okay, so Foreign Affairs Minister appointed to look after international issues. India is considered as major countries of the world. Okay, among various countries of the world, India is considered as major countries of the world. Okay, what are the reasons for this? First one, huge population or highest population. India stands second position after China with regard to population. According to experts, in 2028, India will take over China with regard to population. Population of China almost controlled. Okay, totally, world cannot taking any decision keeping out India. We represent 138 crore people in the world. Out of 6 person in the world, one is an Indian. Okay, all nations of the world paying attention to what our Prime Minister says. Our Prime Minister is a key person to give suggestions to various international problems. Okay, in this way, huge population is the main cause of why India is considered as major countries in the world. Okay. Second cause, natural resources. In India, most of the people are poor. Income of the people also very less. Okay, we work hard to get food. Okay, but we have abundant natural resources. Okay, we have abundant natural resources. Otherwise, this land cannot support 138 crore people in India. Okay, our land able to supply food to 138 crore people in India. Okay, how? Due to abundant natural resources. In our country, no one dies of hunger. Okay, every person getting required food in our country. Okay, so abundant natural resources is also responsible for India is considered as major countries of the world. Next, military strength. India has third largest military strength. Okay, India occupies third position with regard to military. India is known for its military strength. Indian military includes army, navy and air force. Okay, our military is very active in watching all borders, and our military is eligible to face any attacks from outsiders. Okay, so due to military strength also India is considered as major countries of the world. Clear. Largest democracy. India is considered as one of the largest democratic country in the world. So what is democracy? Democracy is a form of government of the people, by the people and for the people. In India, power is in the hands of people. Okay, people have power to elect their representatives as leader of our nation. Okay, But what about China? China is a communist country. Here people have no power to elect their representatives. Okay, people should act according to the instructions given by the government. They don't believe in a God. Almost every day, people executed in China. People who are engaged in corruption, okay, or any type of criminal activities, or they showed opposition to government. They are executed. These people were executed in China. Okay, for they are taking only 5 to 6 days for inquiry. After inquiry, they declared death sentence to that person. Okay, it is a matter of only 5 to 6 days. Almost every day people were executed in China. Okay, so China not allowing other countries to study the conditions of Chinese people. Okay, so but India, okay, India is one of the largest democratic country in the world. Okay, so this is also largest democracy, also responsible for why India is considered as major countries of the world. Next, industries. India has lot of industries. Okay, in India, first preference given to agriculture. Okay, 65% of the people depends on agriculture. But comparing to various countries of the world, India has emerged as major industrial country of the world. Okay, India is emerged as major industrial countries of the world. Okay, so industries, due to the development of industries, India is considered as major countries of the world. Clear this? Next, last point, intellectual capabilities. Indians are considered as intellectually very strong people. According to NASA report, good percentage of intellectual employees are there in India. No other country in the world has engineering colleges like India have. India has, we can get to see abundant medical colleges, engineering colleges, technical institutions, hospitals, etc. Okay, so intellectual capabilities of Indians is one of the main reason for why India is considered as major countries of the world. Okay, now all of you clear why India is considered as major countries of the world. Okay, you must write all these 6 points. Huge population, natural resources, military strength, largest democracy, industries, last one intellectual capabilities. Okay, this is very important 3-mark question for exam. Clear this? India became republic in 1947. As an independent country, India wants peaceful coexistence with various countries of the world. India is a peace-loving country and it is a member of United Nations organization. It always joined hands with United Nations organizations to spread the message of international peace and coexistence. India declares, whole world is like one family. We should live like brothers and sisters of same family. Okay, but some neighboring countries not allowed Indians to live in this way. Okay, now we may learn what are the aims of Indian foreign policy one by one. Aims of Indian foreign policy. First one, national security. The main aim of Indian foreign policy is to giving security or protection to our nation. Okay, our military is very active. Okay, then it includes Indian Army, Navy and Air Force. Okay, so our soldiers always watching the borders of our country, and they were always observing the movements of enemies. Okay, so the main aim of Indian foreign policy is to giving protection to our nation. Okay, next, enriching national economies. Okay, enriching national economies or increasing the financial condition of the nation is the main aim of our Indian foreign policy. Next, spreading the cultural richness of India in other countries. From ancient times, India was famous for its culture. It made lot of progress in the field of culture. Okay, in India we can get to see world famous historical monuments. Then world famous temples are there, beautiful beaches are there, parks are there. Okay, so totally India gave more support for cultural development. Okay, then music, dance, sports. In this way, everything developed in our country. Okay, so spreading our cultural richness in other countries, then other countries also can get a knowledge about Indian. Increasing the number of friendly nations. And checking the power of enemy nations. Okay, increasing the number of friendly nations and checking the power of enemy nations. Okay, we should develop good friendly relationship with various countries of the world. Okay, through trade activities or through mutual agreements each other. In this way we can develop a good relationship with the various countries of the world. Not only this, we should check the power of enemy nations. Okay, enemy nations. Okay, nowadays Pakistan and China are the big enemies of India. So we should always careful about these nations. Okay, then last one, achieving world peace and coexistence. Okay, achieving peace in the world. Okay, this is the main aim of our Indian foreign policy. Especially India is a peace loving country. It always spread the message of world peace and coexistence. Okay, it always declares we are like, okay, we are like brothers and sisters of the world. Okay, whole world is like a one family. Okay, by spreading these messages, our Indian foreign policy try to achieve world peace and coexistence. Clear this? This is very important 3-mark question for exam. Clear this?